Hey, good afternoon, everybody. This is Mark here at Rainmakers Customs, and today we're shooting a small video here on our 1x2 that we set up. Here we go through here real quick, give you a little sneak peek as far as on the inside. What we did here, we used a candy-coated red for the outside of the case, and got our inside all set up. Kind of give you guys a little bit of a tour of it. We've got our input chokes all in. We're actually using, this is kind of a different build than what everybody else is using. We can get those focused in on it. We're actually using the SRF 3662 transistors in this. Now these transistors were used from the customer from another previous amplifier that he had. There's our date, which this was built. So, you know, it's got a few unique properties in it. One of which is we're using our BBI transformers that we get directly from Luke Miller. It's listed in here. I'm using a custom-made input transformer that I actually have made for my purpose. Same as on this side here, as you can see. We've got our input transformer. There again, I'm having these custom made for myself. We have our warranty sticker here. It's on the circuit board. And one of the things that you're going to notice about this is there's not a whole bunch of excess wires all over the place. The only thing that's laying on top that you're going to see is our main feed here going over to our one pill section here. So this is the only wire that's actually up here on top of the main board. So you know, you don't see your feed wire, you don't see your relay wire that actually engages it. All those are tucked and hidden nice and neat. We did a hydro dip on the circuit board itself, and unfortunately, because of the fact that the size of the case, this is actually set up with flames, is what that's set up as, guys. Try to get you where the light doesn't hit it quite so bad, so you can kind of see what we've got here. So on our input, we're running 16 gauge wire to feed the one transistor here. As far as on our input, two 16 gauge wires to feed our main output transformer. And obviously, as you've seen earlier, we're not using a traditional switch. We're actually using just a small rocker switch, which is also lighted. You know, per what our customer actually wanted. I thought since we did everything else and where he wanted everything in red, we've got it set up with an anodized knob here on the front, as well as a lighted fan. The fan's going to be kind of unique, but I'll show you guys here in just a moment. Okay, so what we're going to do is go ahead, we've got this fired up, or hooked up as far as our power. Show you the nice pretty bright lights here. I'm going to set you up here on the camera stand. Just a moment. I'll set our top down on top of our amplifier here. Now, Jeremy, I know you wanted this thing named. So we put in there what you asked for. Fire starter. So it should give you a real good, overall look. I've actually got it set up on 2 different modes for you as far as on that. I know the YouTube video is not going to show you everything on that quite as well as what you need to is in person, but it's all right. We're going to set you up here and we're going to walk you through what we've got going on here. We've got this hooked up to our 300 amp power supply right now. We are running at 15.5 on the voltage. So we get that light to move just a little bit where you can get a little bit better angle maybe here for the camera. All right, starting out from left to right, this is our 5-watt slug in reverse for our input, 5-watt slug in reverse for our output. 1,000-watt slug in peak, our 500-watt slug in average. So here we're going to be looking at our bottom scale. Here we're going to be looking at our center scale for our RMS output. We're just using our standard bench radio, our Cobra 29. What I'm actually going to do first, I'm going to shut the amp off. We're going to go ahead and turn our slug around backwards here. I'll show you where we've got our input set at right now currently for a dead key, which is about 9/10 of a watt. Is where we're going to be running this at for this test. Turn our amp back on. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. So we got 3/10 of a watt reflect going back to the radio. Our output reflect, we've got hello, audio. 4/10 of a watt reflect. Our dead key is about 75-watt dead key. Hello, audio. 490. I made a few slight adjustments first thing this morning when I came out here to the amplifier so we can get just a little bit more out of it. Hello, audio. And that is with the variable turned all the way up. RMS. Hello. We've got 190 RMS. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to shut that amp back off. We're going to turn our slug around backwards again. We're going to turn our dead key up a little bit more on the radio. I'm going to go to 1.5 watts. Now I'm going to turn the mic gain off on the radio. We're going to turn the amplifier back on. Now this is with the variable all the way up. We're dead keying 150. RMS showing about 200 there. There's a 100. We'll turn it down to about 50 watts on our dead key. I'll show you here where we're set at as far as for our variable. $50 watts. We're going to go ahead and turn our mic gain back up. Now watch this, even with that turned with that variable turned all the way down like it is. Hello, audio. Still getting 450. Hello, radio. Audio. And 160 RMS. Even having it backed all the way down like we got. So now that's with the variable all the way down, guys. I mean, down as far as it'll go. 1.5 input. Hello, audio. Hello, audio. We've still got 425 peak. Hello, audio. And about 130 RMS. So, like I said, the way I've got your variable set up, Jeremy, and the biasing set up, you're going to be able to find a sweet spot a lot easier with this in order to go ahead and run it with almost any piece of radio equipment that you've got. I know you use a Cobra 29 that we set up for you here last year. That's been working just absolutely awesome. But I wanted to give you as much leniency with this as what we could. So we've got to get the case set down on there all the way. We're going to go ahead and put your screws in it that you like on the side of the case, which is what I've been using off and on a lot of different builds, especially whenever I do something unique. Sorry, the camera's not focusing real well on it, but you know, it's going to take a little Allen screw, and we'll get the rest of it as far as that goes on the back. We'll get that all badged up on the back for you and get you taken care of. All right, guys, we appreciate all your time. Hopefully you like this little video here and the little tutorial that we had. I just wanted to kind of go through and give you guys a little bit of a heads up of what we've got going on. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, remember, Rainmakers Customs.